my number just in case, 'cause you know we'll always be friends. And I found what I was looking for all of this time. It was always right here in front of my eyes. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found what I was looking for. What I was looking for. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found what I was looking for. What I was said we had fun, now don't you ever call me again. I'll be around just in case, 'cause you know we'll always be friends. You and I've been down this road too many times. It's always been right here in front of my eyes. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found I was looking for. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found it. She said I finally found what I was looking for. What I was looking for. What's up, folks? It's been a minute or two. Seriously, I should have it. I should just have the fucking program up so I can fucking play just Max Bassline for you right there. It's flipping ridiculous. It was very tough. It was really hard doing this over however many miles away Mac is from me, like 1,000, 1,200 miles or some shit. Right, because I was just like totally amped and psyched to have, just to
collaborate with someone else, right? Even though, you know, Mac was very humble and willing to just put down whatever bass lines. I told him, I'm like, just do whatever. Don't have to follow the bass. I just had the bass line that I had was just so I had some bass in this tune, right? But here, let me give you guys a little. I'm going to play some of the whole song, and I'm just going to drop everything else but Mac out during it. So. But the bass just fucking drives. It's what I love about the end of this song. I mean, it's 6.5 minutes long. I like doing longer shit, but this is pretty much, this is about as long as I go, but I just couldn't stop, you know, extending the end of this because it just drives, and the bass especially. Yeah, that's good stuff. I appreciate you, Mac. I really do. So I had to play around with it, and anyways, you know, getting exactly, Mac not knowing exactly where I wanted him to drop in at. And then, you know, have the song that I think the only version he was able to play along with, did the music faded out, so that made it a little tougher on him. And then I had it, you know, I record just the rhythm guitar tracks easily 50 times a song, easily. I mean, it varies, obviously, but from song to song, until you nail it. But Mac did really good getting all the parts down, and I did have to, like, split them up a little bit, because it's 6.5 fucking minutes. And I have no idea exactly how he was listening to the original track and able to hear himself and just recording his bass track separately, right? Like, because that's been a whole issue for me up here. I have 2 different computers that I use at times so I'm able to do what I can do and get the best sound in my ear while I'm recording. But yeah, so to sit there and try and play that song, you know, all the way through, and then you make a mistake, and if you're just gonna, which Mac doesn't know exactly how I'm able to edit the stuff, right? So he's probably going back through and starting again, which is great, but yeah, that's a very long track to get through all the way. I don't even know how professionals are doing it anymore. I honestly don't. I assume 3.5 minute radio cut songs are, I hope to God these folks are playing it through all the way, but a lot of times with the shit I'm doing, you know, you can't see on this song because I already merged all the clips, but I will have you'll be able to see it broken up, like, you'll be able to see it broken up like this blue track is all Mac's bass track. So, and you can see like this one white dot here in the center, or green. That's one of the spots where I would have split it. Same with all these other ones. These would have been spots where I took shit that was good or sounded good. Same with these drum tracks. This drum track, I split all these white dots are where I had to cut it, maybe just, just for timing wise, or because if you get in there and there's like, oops, I just fucked up the volume for that. There's just even this little bit of a space and you don't cut it right, like get right up on that next symbol or beat over 2 minutes, that can start to change, you know what I mean? It can start to get behind. So yeah, it's a lot of fucking around. But it's I found it easier to do that, and it makes no difference. Though I struggled when I put together, the one great example I can give you guys is when I put together Only Is One. I've been recording to help me write, right? Like if I come up with something, I'll start to lay it down, and then I'll sit there and play with that to write the song, right? To help me create or hear different shit. When I'm not sitting there playing it, being able to listen to just a quick clip of one little riff. But Human and Mac and Casper and Laura are all back in the house, and Be Nice. Yeah, so I'll take each section, of the rhythm guitars, right? Once I get each one down decent, I'll just clip it, copy it, paste it, and just sit there and do that over and over. But it gets to be, so do it like with Only Is One, I sat there and wrote and recorded that song, recorded it as I was writing it, and never really practiced playing it all the way through. Same way with the lyrics, which you guys know only about half my shit I try to sing on. So when it came time, when I had it all together and I was started to try and just play all the way through live, playing my rhythm part, doing the lead vocals, it's been a challenge, like a real fucking challenge. I mean, generally, I write my lyrics with my guitar on my lap because I know I have to sing or play along while I'm singing. So I do. I mean, I try not to just make it a real droney lyrics, right? Having the lyrics sound like another instrument with the fucking timing and emphasis and all that. I try to overlap, and carry notes and shit, words, whatever. But yeah, I write it so I usually write the lyrics so I'm able to sing it and play it, but still to just be moving along with everything. It's a challenge. A fun challenge. I love it. I'm like a fucking totally renewed lately. I'm just really, I will never forget what a fucking intense time it was playing in a band and putting, when we had to bring in bass players and especially a new drummer. That's really fucking hard. And I just don't think I haven't been able to go through with that again yet. I do not like, I mean, with Mac, it's become natural, and it'd be so fucking awesome if like he lived next door or whatever, right? Then it might be worth, then I would start to think it might be worth going out and hunting down a good drummer. But yeah, the whole process of going through, and because of the personalities, it's not like I was a decent fucking band leader. I mean, I was a party animal and irresponsible in that sense, but I always got along with everybody we ever had. Whenever people left the band, it was because of my partner, not me. I mean, maybe they weren't happy with me having the fuck it, but yeah, you guys go check out Scum TV. Annie is Scum TV is Laura turned me on to his channel. Those guys are fun. He keeps it real, just fucking yaps and listens to music and, you know, fucking on the nightly he does it. I imagine he'll be going live here in a couple hours or before long, eh? Yeah, Mac, if you want to revisit it too, I mean, the first version I sent you, emailed you, I just took your whole bass track, and I still have that in the program too, I think. I'm not sure if I do. I still have your bass track, but your original, but yeah, is all I did was sync it up to the music the best I could, and then emailed it to you. In fact, when I first told you that I was blown away by the fucking change up on that solo, I was still listening through after I had added your bass track. Like, I added it, I listened to just a couple seconds in a couple spots, looked at it to make sure, like, I can show you, brother. I don't know what screen how big of a screen you're watching on, but like right here, see, this is the beginning. This is your first note, or the first note of that riff, right? Boom, 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 boom. And so this is the beginning, or this is, that's not the beginning, but here's a better example. This is the beginning of the drum track. And so you can see, right, how those sound and I look for a lot of this shit the same way when you're do 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 do. You can see that how that's all mushed together. It looks like it, but I would go through, and though they're not exactly lined up right there, not all of them, most of them are, and you're probably never going to get that perfect with a bass, a guitarist, anything. You're not going to have, because it's like a fucking, I don't know, 100th of a second difference. So there's no way you're hearing that, right? But yeah, that's just a little bit of like how I will make sure shit matches up. And so you can see there, that's probably, this is the beginning of the second verse, and just spread out, and you can see how it's toned down, right? I didn't do nothing with the volume. That's just Max playing, feeling it the right way. The chorus, right behind and in front, you can see that it's got heavier hits. So in shit like this, Mac, where I wasn't sure exactly, what I thought I might want for bass, because I'm not a bass player. That's why another reason I'm so glad that you were willing to do this, dude. You're always going to get credit for it, too. We'll be rich one day, Mac, after we're dead, probably, but that's all right. And so every fourth one on the verse, there's just a little, right, bump, 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 where you nail it a few times. So but originally, the way you sent it to me, I couldn't find a spot, or I found one spot where you did that, and so I clipped that, and that's what I used for all that part for the whole song. And then, yeah, getting your I got to go back and listen to the clip that I sent you I don't know if the one I sent you is you were saying that's if I had it lined up right with the beginning of the guitar solo. But anyway, yeah, I know that shit's probably getting a little boring for the other chatted adders. Human says he was slanted earlier, but he quit drinking a couple hours ago. Human, I hope you won't take offense to this, brother, but I can tell when you're enjoying yourself, and I mean that. Not loaded, not obnoxious. I can just like super fucking chatty friendly. Human's a fucking lover, man. He's not a fighter. He'll fucking he loves fucking yapping. I can tell. I can just tell. I love it though. He'll be posting music hand over fist and just picking the chud's brains, man, about everything in the best of ways. I can't do that. I don't think I could day drink and then stay up. I'd have to have a nap. Slanted.
Fuck off, hippie. I'm sorry. Fuck off, hippie. I'm sorry.
Hey Bear, what's up? You know, I'd probably want to yap to you guys a little longer than 10 o'clock. I don't know. I got a solid 35, 40 minutes left, but I do have to go pick up the wife, even though she's only down the road. Hold on. So long, so long. Yeah, I love that Putumayo, man. There was probably 3 songs in there that I'll have to go back and get the title and artist for that were really fucking good. Oh, King of the Bongo, that was pretty gosh darn good. Yeah, one of the other later reggae tunes. Wasn't the samba shit? I like some of that. Salsa, I love. Cubano is... Yeah, but you know what's cool about that shit? And you guys have heard me say many, many times, it's hard for me to put labels on anything, right? Because it's just all kind, I mean, it's just all kind, like all my heroes, I don't hear any of them in any of my shit. Maybe there's some of the heavy metal stuff, right? But you know the influence has to be there somewhere. Cheers to you, A Bear. A Bear, post your link. Post the... Yeah, they said that link. Bow! Bonk the punk. Bow, wow, 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 wow. God damn it. Is it on this channel, A Bear? Because I know the test stream or chan is different. I'm trying to go to A Bear's channel. No. All right, A Bear, which one is it on? Oh, it's on. Yeah, they said that. Will I ever find it on this account? I started going through last night and deleting subscriptions. I have like 350. And, you know, if I'm not going there, not because I don't sub to people because just to fucking sub them up. Well, I can't say there hasn't been one or two, but usually it's some shit that I watched at some point and really, really liked. But it's only making shit harder trying to fucking find channels. You burden me with your questions. You burden me with your lies. All right, A Bear. A Bear, you got to post it. I don't know why it's not coming up. What else is it under? I'll bet it's the channel name isn't YTTS T. All right, there we go. All right, you guys, go check out this. We're going to, wait a minute. We're going to run. Oh, son of a gun. Hey, Bear, it's not, that link isn't right. Or am I having total... That link isn't right. All right, no worries, sister. Yeah, we'll be here. I know well, I have computer issues, so I did click it a few times to make sure, but it just kept sending me back to my home page. Yeah, I'll play it if we can get it up. Yeah, Max, so that latest... While I'm waiting for a link. That latest tune... That's like a reggae feel. This is one that I wrote some lyrics for. I'm not going to attempt them right now because I literally just kind of hummed it out. And then the next day, for like 5 minutes, I'm like, holy fuck, I can do this. And then the next night it was, because that was at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I thought, I can fucking write and sing some shit to this. So I thought, all right, I'll hang on to that thought, and then the next night when I have a clear mind, I'll revisit it. And sure as shit, I figure I can. I don't know, we'll see. I think I can. It's like no high vocal, so it's moody though and slow, so I don't know about this fucking that echo beginning either. I already got a tune like that. As they walked out in the fields, stand side by side. See, that break I think is super cool, and then I feel like it really starts to lose its energy after that. I got to figure something out. Either I wanted to keep that slow or that chill drum riff for a couple more measures, but I don't know. I mean, it comes out of that and hits that echo again, really cool, but then I feel like it's got to pick right back up, and so I'm not sure what to do there. All right. We got it, Bear. Bear, I can't even believe that I just noticed where I edited it. That is when we yapped the other day. Yeah, it's so crazy. I can't believe it fucking came out that the edit came out so fucking smooth. Seriously, it's just like whoosh, switch. Well, as you know, but that's good stuff. Section and such an addictive tune too. It's unbelievable. Bow, funk the funk. I almost asked you to make it longer because the guitar solo in that song is tasty as hell. It's totally fucking hippie metal shit. Wow, 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 wow. That fucking crybaby on it just maxed out every fucking note. Good stuff. Cheers to A Bear. for just fucking sticking with it all the time. Consistent. Fucking Elon with the chainsaw. There you go, A-Bear. There's your next tune, even though I can't really stand it. What's that, Human will know. The band that did that song, I'm a Lumberjack. I'm a lumber... And his fucking voice sounds like a chainsaw. Yeah, kind of like mine. Yeah, I'm a lumberjack now, baby. I still cannot think of the band. I used to watch those fucking Sturgis rallies because he owned part of that bar. Now I can't even think of the name of the fucking bar there in Sturgis. His name is Jesse, right? Shit, I don't know. Yeah, Jackal. Thanks, Mac. Yeah, Jackal is the band. Jesse is the singer. I think he's part owner in one of the big bars there in Sturgis, and they would always play. But that's why I can't. I think it was 2 years ago. Anthrax played one of wherever they have like a venue somewhere right close to town, I guess. You guys know I streamed some of the fucking Sturgis cams a couple years ago. But a lot of times they don't show much of that shit. But, and not to be dicky to the bands, because there's a lot of good musicians. It's just I can't fucking stand the fucking music they play. And it's like every fucking band in every bar there, the whole goddamn 2 weeks, is playing the same stupid fucking shit, man. Like the worst rock and roll that, not the worst, it's just for fuck's sake. We've all heard it over and over and over because the radio stations, that's all they play. I don't know. It kills me. I mean, seriously, can you guys imagine going to a bar and fucking hearing Motley Crue and Poison and ZZ Top and ACD? It would kill me. I would either be like slammered, drunk, or leaving instantly. I can't handle that fucking 80s hairband shit. I can't. Max says he's seen him in Black Cherry. Oh, and Black Cherry. Yeah, didn't they do what's the name of is that the full name of that band, Mac? Isn't it Black Cherry something? God, there's one song I remember from the 90s about dude doing coke, hanging out on his couch. It was by Black Cherry. Fuck, I can't remember. I can't keep all that shit straight. See, the 90s shit was good. But like Jackal was at like the ass end of the 80s, right? Like they were playing before in the 80s, late 80s, before they got famous. But there were some bands that got screwed. I guess maybe Jackal was one of them, but they were all out Stray Cat or LA Guns fucking type shit. But like Candlebox, those guys came out in the very late 80s, early 90s. But they were good as hell. But I remember hearing a live interview with the singer from that dude, and he was fucking bent. He was not happy. Like shit had changed, as you guys know, overnight with Nirvana and Pearl Jam. Buckcherry. Oh yeah, was that who I was thinking of? Oh yeah. But yeah, so that's why it was throwing me off. I knew it was close, Mac. Yeah, Buckcherry. Yeah, they had a couple badass tunes. A lot of one-hit wonders that I just never seen like that because I didn't feel, because the songs that they hit with were just like a lot of their other shit, and so it was weird. But like Drain STH, I think that was a female band, or at least they had a female front person. You know, bands like Power Man 5000, even though that came out a little bit late, they came out a little bit later. A lot of that shit, a lot. It was like the 90s had a really cool mix of heavy shit with bands like Godsmack and, you know, Zombies and Korn, and then fucking really good, tasty, lighter shit like Gin Blossoms and Better Than Ezra and, you know, Third Eye Blind. It was I think it was a super cool era. Mel's, what's up? Look at that. Mel's in the house. Cheers to you, sister. I'm a lumberjack now, baby. But around, round now. Wow, 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 wow. Neat concept, I guess, for a minute. I mean, not much you can do with it. I don't know how many I don't know. I don't want to be trying to fucking press on the chain to get different notes out of a chainsaw. Chainsaws aren't conducive to continuing to play guitar, I don't think. You've been up to all kinds of stuff? Well, I hope none of it's good. That wouldn't be any fun. Jesus fucking Christ. That thing's actually loaded up. He was chewing up that fucking stool. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I never was in a band with anybody that was like, where I had to always keep an eye on them. Maybe I would have been that person, but no fucking way. Keep that fucking chainsaw the fuck away from my guitar. God, who was it? Wendy O. Williams, right? Was she the singer for the Plasmatics, right? She used to cut either, I don't know if it was a chainsaw or not. Maybe. I think maybe it was. She'd use a chainsaw and cut guitars in half, strings on them and everything. Fucking crazy, man. It's like, that shit could fuck you up. I wouldn't even, I mean, there's no way in hell I'd be wanting to fucking put one of my chainsaws to guitar strings. It's going to grab it and whip that guitar string all over hell. Pretty crazy. Yeah, it is wild. People do some fucked up shit. I never seen any shows, I don't think. I'd have to think about it. Ted Nugent shooting his bow on stage, shooting a target, shooting an arrow across in front of the stage to a target. I don't know. That shit was pretty stupid. I mean, one thing goes wrong, man. The fucking arrow could have easily deflected off the stage into the crowd. Yeah, I had a whole moment 2 years ago or so, Bear, where I was watching a ton of Plasmatic stuff, some of their very early talk shows, like before she got really fucked up. God, what was that song they did on the Phil Donahue? eat my pussy or something. It took me a long time to figure out what she was saying. I mean, I got the gist of it, but I'm like, what is the exact word she's saying? I could not figure, even though, it was probably one of the words I was considering, but I'm like, holy shit, they're crazy. No, it wasn't Phil Donahue, was it? Maybe Morton Downey Jr. or something like that. I don't know, it was a pretty well-known one. I was blown away. It's like 81, 82, something like that. A Bear asked if she got arrested for public nudity. Oh, I'm sure. She had to have. She was nude at the end of so many of her shows, just completely nude. Well, the one show that I watched, she came out of the dressing room completely nude. Like she was lit up a lot. And she was probably, I mean, wasn't that she was just fucked up all the time while she was doing that? It was why she was doing that shit, because she was stoned, but she lived fucking fast as hell. I'm all here for like 20 more minutes, and then I'm going to be on a commercial break for 20 minutes. Should figure out what I could play for you guys. Yeah, I didn't like the later plasmatic stuff. I didn't really care for. It was really noisy. Like the really crazy deal. I can't imagine what it was like, or what. I mean, they stayed true to their music. I've never had a problem with doing that. I don't get it. The guitar players in the last Plasmatics lineup were both, and I think one or maybe they'd both been in and out at different times, but super good guitar players. But it was just, I don't know, it's just, people probably say the same shit about some of my music. It was very fucking noisy and seemed just completely fucking disorganized. But I mean, they did have punk roots, so, but it was way more heavy metal style shit later on, or just a lot heavier, more raw punk, I guess, or metal punk. Looking around, looking around. Yeah, so this week I was just telling Mac that I think Laura commented on too. I'm gonna be there. There's um, private security. You are American private security companies, right? That are providing security for the distribution centers in Gaza. So they're working for Israel, and I just learned that, I think, on PBS earlier this week, and I made a note of it, and I haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking about it. I mean, obviously, right away, it's disturbing, extremely, extremely disturbing. So I got to get at least a little bit of information together. I'm hoping I can find out who the companies are. I mean, if PBS knows that there for sure is American, private American companies providing security for Israel, well, that's what I want to look at, right? They're providing security in the distribution centers in Gaza. Well, those distribution centers are completely created, ran, facilitated, all that by Israel, right? So it's not, and clearly the Palestinian people aren't hiring American security companies to come there and protect them while they get their food, right? So it's all really really irritating and disgusting and alarming, and yeah, for a lot of reasons. If we see that's the case, there's really no I think there's ever going to be able to, I don't know, I don't think anybody's that stupid to think that there could ever be a legitimate reason for them motherfuckers to be over there. So I definitely want to go off and into that sometime this week for sure. Yeah, glad you came by, Mel. So at least let us know that you are still vertical and sucking wind, sister. I'll be here until I'm not, probably. I'll be here until I'm not vertical and sucking wind. I'll be here until I'm not sucking wind. Even if I'm not vertical, I may still figure out a way to do this. I don't know. We'll see. Who? Oh, John? Yeah, he's still around. Yeah, me and him don't talk much, or at all. Yeah, he chats with the crew over in the White House chat. So he is still vertical and sucking wind, which is good, right? Driving and teaching. Oh, still driving and teaching. Are you teaching folks to drive, or are you just saying you're driving and still doing this? Are you like back substitute teaching? I mean, I know you taught full time, but are you back substitute teaching, or just you mean giving out life lessons to all the youngsters that can use it? She said, I finally found her. Right on adult head? Cool. I have one son that finished up that way with his GED. My oldest son, actually. Wish I would have did it. Got it done while I was in school. I said, yeah, I wish you would have fucking got it done when you was in school too. But whatever. As long as you get there. Thanks to folks like Miles willing to fucking help the stubborn ass adult children They didn't want to fucking. Not all of them were stubborn. I guess there's some folks that maybe just didn't have a chance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My oldest aunt also, well, my mom's oldest sister, younger than my mom, but she's the next oldest. Actually, I think out of the four of my mom's two brothers and sisters, three of them ended up going back to get their GED. They had all quit school. It was only my aunt, the one who ended up career Navy, right? And she was the first to graduate high school after my mom, and then I was. And then it started, and then down to their kids and my kids, and they've all, as far as I know, have finished. All right. Hang tight a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back for a minute. James, what's up, brother? James is fucking off at work again. Mac, I take it I have the whole song, The Keeper, up there, probably. And then I don't think I renamed the other one that has a Grateful Dead feel to it. I don't think I renamed it on the channel, but it has such a hippie fucking feel. I called it. The working name is Turquoise Tulips. I think that one will be should be fun to do a solo to. I really lean on the overdrive a lot, and that I think I'm gonna have to pretty much. I need to keep it clean through the whole thing, and that's one that I don't know about sing. I have nothing's coming to me for vocals. It's gonna be it's a very I don't know, might be a little boring without some singing. I don't know, man. The guitar lead in this is a little bit sketchy. James says his phone has been running hot all morning here. He needs that Gone Fishing recording. Gone Fishing with Orlando Wilson. Gone Fishing with Orlando Wilson. All right, you guys, this song isn't going to play forever, but I'm going to play you the next song that me and Mac Mac said he's going to be working on the bass line for. This is about what I got finished of this song. I don't know about lyrics for this one either, but I'm going to go pick up the better half, and I'll probably be gone for about 15 minutes or so, somewhere's in there. But I'll be back, all right? If I don't see you guys when I get back, I appreciate you hanging out and chilling and yapping and putting up with all the music talk, because I love that shit. But if not, I'll see you again soon for sure. But I will be back shortly, all right? This is called The Keeper. Let's try that again. I gotta clean some of this shit out. Alright, so the lead is a little, like I said, the lead guitar is a little bit, I think it was the last time I was up here at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. Maybe I posted part of that clip. Bill, what's up, brother? I'm back. James says, TV, your new intro tune. Oh, yeah. You guys know that the MTV logo inspired my TV2 logo. Obviously, it's the big M with the little TV, right? But yeah, the whole adding the little 2 to the TV was inspired by the MTV logo. And J2K2. Jim Jones and the Kool-Aid Kids, the punk rock band from here in West Michigan from the 80s. They always went as J2K2. Bow, 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 bow. Who are you, noises? Oh, why can't I think of his name now, the guitar player, but they had some good shit. Southbound again and Sultans of Swing. That's what I should do, is still the MTV theme. Mark Knopfler, that's his name. Bill says that lyric was stolen by Mark Knopfler from the workers criticizing MTV musicians, like the VJs getting down on musicians. I was earlier, Bill. I was tearing up fucking Poison and Motley Crue and LA Guns. I was blown away. I can't remember what show it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't MTV. I had seen started getting a chance to see different concerts. Remember some Van Halen clips and some old Ted Nugent clips in the very early 80s. I don't know when MTV came out. Maybe it was MTV, but I don't think so. I didn't have fucking cable TV back then. I didn't. But always cool when they would play the fucking heavy shit, even like maybe before the show had Bangers Ball. I don't know. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your thumb. I never gotten a blister on my thumb from playing the guitar, but Mark Knopfler is a fuck of a good guitar player, so maybe he does some fucking crazy ass shit. So I hope you guys all had a good weekend. Mine was quiet and chilly. It's fucking cold here. That's supposed to change tomorrow. We're supposed to be 81, but then it's going to chill right back out again. Just looking at the futures, Dow futures is down about 120 points. Yeah, Bill, I mean, like you could say, I don't know. I mean, I could, if I was being honest, I had my poser moments, but I was never into the fucking glam rock shit. Not for a fucking second. Like, I liked Too Fast for Love, was pretty raw, and there's some cool stuff on it. Motley Crue's very first album, right? Other than that I went right from fucking good rock and roll, like Bon Scott era AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and The Cult, to right into fucking heavy metal, right into good heavy metal, Slayer, underground stuff. And the punk music was always in there. I mean, I shouldn't say it like looking back now, I can appreciate some of the, I wouldn't even call them hair bands, even though like Twisted Sister, it was kind of their thing, almost like Kiss, right? Like Motley Crue and Poison and all those motherfuckers wore makeup because it was the in thing. But yeah, Twisted Sister was raw. Always early shit, you know? I don't think they ever really sold out. I don't know. Now I'm going to be hacking like mad for some reason. What you got, James?
Auto insurance all seems the same until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims,
Dire
schedule
straits.
repairs, and access
Why
roadside
worry?
assistance.
Brothers in Arms. That is a good album, that's for sure. I seen some fucking YouTube dude playing one of those fucking steel acoustic guitars. Yeah, that is a good tune. I'm not like super familiar with a lot of their stuff, but I was listening to them. It was one of the first bands my uncles turned me on to for whatever reason, because they were into Floyd and Deep Purple and Zepp, of course, AC/DC. Yeah, there was some cool stuff on there for sure. Like a lot of like underground, I don't know, underground, but like bands that, well, even like Death Angel. I think I told you guys I seen them in a fucking bingo hall in my hometown, and one of my buddies, still good friends with, he's a rock photographer. When he was 16, him and one of our other friends who was just 2 years older than us would put together shows, and they'd spend their own money and bring these bands, underground bands, in from fucking New York and Chicago and all over. And I seen Death Angel about fucking 5 minutes before they fucking blew up. And they had one big tune called "I'm Bored," and that had a video on MTV. They played that song at the show, see, but I had no idea really who the hell they were the night we watched them. So some cool stuff like that. That dude's the singer for Kerry King's band. That same vocalist, I forget his name, but I always liked that dude. It's got to be a bitch being fucking 50 years old and still trying to sing metal, or 50 plus years old. Yeah, Brother in Arms. It is a good album. It's a classic for sure. All right, fellas. I think maybe I'm gonna fuck off. See if I can't get some shit together for this week. I definitely want to do some yapping. Like I said, I don't know, James and Bill, if you caught it, but I'm gonna be looking into the American private security companies that are providing security at the distribution centers there in Gaza for Israel. That all sounds super, super sketchy and alarming, so I'm going to be on top of that. What do you do? Redo it? Is that the name of the band, Crisis Angel?
This is our life.
Oh, it's Into Another tune or something. He still looks good. He's got to be getting up there. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm just like fucking mumbling and shit, so I'm going to fuck off, but I'll see you guys soon. Without a doubt, probably tomorrow night sometime. All right, be good. Peace and love. TV2 out.
Fuck off, hippie. I'm sorry. Fuck off, hippie. I'm sorry.